surprisingly. And then some flashes over the top, and they come into the bomb site. Works out beautifully for them. Great pistol from compLexity. eUnited just taking too long to find any kills into that round, and in the post-plant positions compLexity put themselves in. There's just too many players to go and try to find, especially when your kit and smoke player gets dropped by the Palace player from compLexity very early on into that round. Def's about to make some mad money or no money. You either get 0 or 5. There's no in between.
That's true when you're running into a stack by yourself. So we'll see exactly how many Def gets here. Currently got 1 assist, 1 kill, 1 death, so splitting evenly across the board. Not quite keen to go contest B by himself here. It's a slow round from the rest of compLexity. Bomb down top mid. A side is completely open, of course, as we can see on the map there. All of eUnited holding on to B with just the pistols. Bunch of smokes thrown out by compLexity now, and looks like they do want to go over into A. Bomb moving over that way as well, so making the correct call. These smokes in window, the Molotov into short, all of this should start to signal to eUnited that's not going to be coming to their bomb site, but with just the USPs, single P250 on relics, not sure they're going to have too much luck in going for any kind of damage here. Not even a retake, just damage at best.
Yeah, pretty nice stuff from Cole. They spread out, try to see if anyone's pushing the extremities, but eUnited stacking B, not giving anything to them, so they just group up and they hit a bump site, try to use as many Molotovs to flush out annoying positions as possible. I would say, in general, if you're going to look through the textbook and, you know, flip through the pages of how to anti-eco, that's probably a pretty decent approach.
Certainly is. Relics has spotted out Shazam, so that's 1 free kill for him. Only the UMP though. compLexity, of course, carrying bulk SMGs into this round to make some money. Only Stan with an AK. And here goes Def. A little bit later than we thought, but he's finally going on his money-making mission. There's first only 1. Thought he was going to say first 2 kills, but
Cops
we'll get the first 2. Ouch.
The classic.
Hate to see it, but yeah, he's now going to rise to the challenge. He's going to get himself a quick 2, looking for more, spraying away at the bench player, but can't get it. So actually 4 kills come through for the USPs for eUnited.
Yeah, I don't really know how I feel about going to hunt with the SMGs there. Android and Shazam in particular would be a bit sad. I don't know, I would have preferred to see a throwaway round where they throw an XE or something, maybe a quick B. Especially because that's the thing, in these rounds nowadays when you see like the CTs go for the single save after the pistol with the new changes, dear God, Moose. Pick on Shazam is going to be a pretty important one. He's not going to have the AWP, so...
Rough way to start the round. And Ace does have that AWP glass cannon. Looking down short here around the edge of the smoke, but I'm going to give him an angle just yet.
But yeah, what I was saying is, you know, in this second round buy, it's not like the CTs usually have very much money for Molotovs. Maybe one of them will, but the rest of them won't usually. No
flash into shorts. Dinosaur walks straight into it. Ace going to smoke himself off. Nothing they can do to trade that frag. Android's going to go up and grab the AK-47 at least, so an upgrade in firepower for him, but already compLexity have lost 2 players and taken half health of another. Android doesn't even want to grab the AK because he doesn't want to make noise that he's this close. Try and see if he can sneak his way up short, maybe catch a blind spot, but looks like Ace is holding that one. So no easy way in here for Colt. They're going to try and get out into B with the 3 players that they have, but there's 3 players here for compLexity. Ace gets the second AWP frag of the round. Relics now holding the drop. Yeah, he's going to get the better of him though, but gets tagged heavily. Both these players left very, very low now. Yay, 1 versus 3, but he's doing well here. He's found himself 3 frags for the 1 versus 2. Both players full HP, but plenty of time to work with here. 25 seconds and he's already on the bomb site. Walking towards short, he's going to isolate Dazzle and won't be able to get that kill. It's a near thing for Ye. Manages a couple. But eUnited will clean it up.
It's great damage from Ye, but the instant reset and compLexity after losing those 4 weapons against the USPs is going to mean their economy is wrecked. Ye doing some great damage, but you would have wanted to come away with the gun round if you're compLexity there. Even if you killed 3 of the CTs.
Yeah, they lost a bit too much very early on with that one.
It's going to be an A exit with 2 smokes. They're probably just going to throw right side smokes and flashes over the top, which is indeed what they are doing.
Stan's got the AK here. Who would you see? Who would you want to see it on?
Oh, Stan's fine. I love that they ran out before the smokes came out.
Try and get ahead of the flashbangs, ahead of the utility, but Dazzle's playing an injury. He's going to get away with 2 before he gets taken out by the Soul Gun. One plant going down, but it's in the corner of the smoke, and Dapper's going to spot it. It's a problem with those smokes on Mirage. There is massive holes in them that the CTs can see through. Now 2 versus 4. Pick at 1v4 if Dapper steps up. Almost gets caught out by Stan playing down an A ramp, but for now he's fine. And it's Stanislaw this time. 1v4 with an AK-47 in hand.
Yeah, don't want to see the CTs hunt for it too heavily. Obviously you want to kill him, but you don't want to lose any of these 4 players with how your money's looking. You want to win this round fairly convincingly with 4 alive. You want to close out the subsequent following anti-eco with potentially 5 alive if possible to try to get your money really, really rolling on the CT side so that you can make this game fairly solid and give yourself opportunities to lose rounds and make mistakes, but not be punished for it economically too heavily.
So Stan here, probably not going to find much for 25 seconds. Most likely going to hold onto this gun. He was the only one with a rifle coming into this round. The rest of his team forced pistols around him. Most likely just going to try and hold on to it. Relix is going hunting very slowly, but not sure he'll actually make it far enough into T-spawn given that he's walking. Like you said, I don't think anyone in eUnited really wants to lose their guns. Just doing a bit of cursory checks, making sure that he can't get out. They're going to flash their way into a ramp, though, with 0 seconds left. Try to find the kill, and Relix not quite going to find the angle, but he'll get the info to Dapper, who will take him down. That is huge. That's 0 money for Stan. $300 to save denied as well. eUnited play it smart. They don't contest during the round. Just go for it at the very end to deny that money.
Interesting that they go for that. I mean, it works out this time, but it can be quite risky.
Yeah, if Stan gets like 2 or 3 kills there, then
yep.
Wouldn't have been ideal for the money on eUnited, but they've got enough. Able to get a buy happening.
As Kevin often says, it worked out, so it was correct. Right, Tim?
That makes me very upset. How dare you? I think it's Steele who's got a rant video about that, saying just because it worked doesn't make it a good play.
I think Kevin's sarcastic, but you can never tell.
I know. I'm sure he is.
You can never tell, though. You never know if he's being serious or not.
Kev should know better. And does know better. He knows more about Counter-Strike than I do, so...
You say that about the guy that consistently buys Mag 7 every round?
Yeah, it's a good strat.
Oh, okay.
No, mate, the X7's where it's at, you see. That's the gun you've got to buy.
Whatever.
We saw, like, how many of them yesterday on Nuke?
Don't justify it. MC's listening. Don't want to pollute his little brain.
I don't think it was us that did that. I think it might have been some of his former teammates that instilled the XM hype in his mind. Anyway, block round for compLexity. Not expecting too much from it. 0 utility, 0 investment. Maybe a bomb plant at best, but I don't like the chances. There is only 1 player on A, though, so if they can get out here and overwhelm Dazzle, maybe they can get the bomb down. But as it is, this is, okay, not a shooting gallery for Dazzle. Couldn't hold on to the spray.
He's having a pretty rough one with that. There's no way they should have been able to get the bomb plant there, and it's really going to help them buy next.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure if he had too much utility, but either way, does get overwhelmed. Does happen sometimes. Yeah, he's going to do his best here with his own block, but despite a bit of damage, can't get anything else done. Bomb plant, though, is job done for compLexity. They invested $0 into that round. So to come away from that with the bomb going down is going to be helpful, especially for Stan. He was the one in the most dire need of money, starting that round with $300.
Yeah, now he can buy AK armorless or UMP and util. Depends whatever they want to do. I mean, head armorless, not fully armorless.
Yeah, I was going to say fully armorless. Glass cannon AK would be a risky decision, but the UMP and util probably better. Looks like they've got some sort of execute in mind, or at least...
No, they're just throwing mid-smokes.
But
they are going to do an AXE. Android's got the jungly smoke. Shazam's got the stairsy smoke. Stanislaw's got the CT smoke.
CTE, huh?
And the flashbanger's coming out.
Today on Pilly makes up names for things. Great counter flash from Dazzle, or so it looked like, but didn't seem to blind anyone. He's going to get overwhelmed immediately. Ace getting spammed back into jungle. 2 players up through the CT smoke, but actually only Moose. Dapper doesn't go with. Gets 1 and gets traded, so 3 versus 4 now, and a great nade.
Pretty weird to see Dapper just Under Armour smoke there. Like, he can't really make a play through it with the positions the T's are in. It would have been nice to see him to hold on to that one for a ramp or something, or maybe to smoke the bomb when they're going back in for the retake, and they are actually going in for the retake, so...
Going to give it their best. Dapper's already found the first one there. With still 3 players to find. 1 sandwich, 1 Tetris. Molly to force out the Tetris player, and 1 sitting in Palace. But Stanislaw, even though he's forced out of position, will find it with the UMP, and Relix only manages 1 more before going down. AWP recovered for or by Ye as well. That can go over to Shazam, who's currently sitting on 0 and 6, so having a sniper rifle will probably help him out. Cole going to make it 3 rounds to 3.
Yes, sir. Pretty bad money for eUnited because they have not been very diligent with managing their grenadiers and they're over-peaking with the rifles against pistols and blah blah blah. So this could be a resetty round for both teams.
Resetty spaghetti, one could say.
Delicious.
Dapper holding for the boost into window this time, not playing it from outside like Ace was in pistol. Speaking of Ace, sitting up in Palace with an AWP. Might just catch out Yay, but not quite going to find the angle between the pillars, but does find the timing.
That's the opposite of yay.
That's a nay.
Nay. Well, Stanislaw is going to clear out ladder. They actually have def boosted in window once again. Pretty good positions to be able to split B and just wreck complexity on the rotations. That was a classic angle where Dapper could see the entirety of Def's body and Def only just spotted him. Relics, how has he found his way into this position? Never mind. The trade goes forward.
Yeah, look, the trade does happen. So that's something at least.
What is this round?
I don't even know what's going on at this point.
It's a classic case of people walking
Everyone
around the
fight
map.
everywhere.
Yep.
And now Dazzle's behind the bomb.
What? If that was a dink. Imagine if that was a double dink. Imagine if that was a triple dink with 2 bullets.
One bullet collats the same guy. That seems like it makes sense. Shazam with the 1v2. The smoke at the top of connector will buy him a little bit of time. He can use that to clear out CT.
They're doubling in from CT. They got a smoke for the bomb as well.
That is our T-spawn.
T, yeah, you know. Where you buy guns. That's why I get confused. It's
Same,
where you
same.
buy guns for one of the teams.
Shazam here is betting that they're coming from the other bomb site directly, but he's going to be wrong about that. He's very exposed to both A main and Palace here, so this round not going to go well for him, just not checking the right angle.
If you had that bug where your scope is like see-through on one side, it would have been able to see him. Have you seen that before?
No,
Really?
I've not seen that before.
That always happens to my teammate. Probably a bit suspicious now.
I was going to say, is your teammate named Forsaken by any chance? I think I might have some bad news for you there, bud. It's fine. Either way, eUnited managed to pull off that retake. Bit of a wacky round, everyone walking around everywhere, but in the end, Shazam not able to pull it off. He nearly does, purely by time wasted, but...
Another force buy. Yeah, he's only got a Glock.
I just saw a gun get dropped. Maybe that was to him? Yeah, he's got the AK. That's what I thought.
Oh, it's a classic case of you've got a Deagle and you've stolen your teammate's AK. Dick move, guy.
Rude. Looks like Cole want to go B, though. A couple players over here with the bomb. Where are those rifle players? That's what I need to know.
Rifley players?
Both of the rifles are in T-spawn while the bomb is moving into B
They're
apps.
coming, Tim. Relax, mate. Just getting my shoes on.
Got to do up your Velcro and your running shoes.
I don't think the terrorists are using Velcro. It's probably just a series of scarves tying things together.
Well, all right. Well, they're going to be jumping out to the B-bomb side either way, going for the flood, but so far 3 players down.
So far, they're getting mopped.
Indeed,
This is the
Stanislaw
janitor.
not able to manage anything. Now Shazam with a deagle, just getting jump shot. Hate to see it. Fake flash with a USP, of course. Bomb down
really
the bomb side,
fooled him.
1v5. Dazzle flanking, nice shot from Shazam to find one.
One Dapper. Look at your money, mate. Look at everyone's money. Can you just try to win the round where you don't die and have to get another gun now? Please.
Don't gotta be such a hater, Pilly.
This is an important game, Tim. These two teams are right next to each other in the standings. You literally push complexity down the standings. You push yourself up the standings. You become the alpha male. You can't become the alpha male if you don't have the money to buy all the fast cars. Right?
Wait, how do you buy cars in CSGO? I'm pretty sure they removed functions for these.
I don't know how to buy cars, but I know you can spawn watermelons and helicopters in console. And that's the main thing.
That's the main thing, right.
I think you can spawn cars. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I'm sure I've played some ridiculous custom map where they had cars in it. They were very buggy, but they worked-ish.
This is like a tale of like when I used to try to run like prac sessions with my old teams and people would just spawn watermelons on me and I would lag out. My computer was so
yes.
bad it couldn't handle
the classic
watermelons.
watermelon strat.
Oh,
Gun
the
round coming
smoke
out
to
from
top
compLexity. Yeah, smoke's top mid. They denied the mid control. Now they're going to go fast B once again. Or are they?
They are.
They've got Def up here, but the rest of his team only just now starting to join him, and then Relics will find the kill through the edge of the smoke. No one there to trade. Flashbang out, though, all barred in the space, and he's going onto this bomb site, but there's 2 players here. Relics has found another. Now Moose can get involved, and this B bomb site has been so tough to crack. Relics has got every single kill so far. He's looking for his ace here.
Shazam's once again last alive. And
Bind it, Relics. Do it, Relics. Come on, son. Looking for the ace. Final kill. There it is. All 5 on a gun round. Locking down the B-bomb side.
compLexity just tried to do the strat that eUnited always runs, and eUnited were very well prepared for it, so... I mean, maybe it's one of those cases where it's like, I've seen this one before, is this the one that we run? They always send Dazzle out the B apartments, it works out pretty well for them.
Is this how we do it?
So far, it seems like compLexity are very much relying on the team play and the executes, and force buying quite a lot. And it's really getting them shut down. It's like a shooting gallery for eUnited. So I really feel like the strength of compLexity so far, Tim, has been their ability to get Def or other people into window or connector and do a decent job at taking mid. And it seems like eUnited doesn't do such a great job at fighting for that, but they do a fantastic job at holding down the bomb sites and getting the crossfires down. So maybe it's time for compLexity. Nice that they're taking the save now and rather than forcing again, but maybe it's time to give their individuals some more freedom. Maybe try to run a bit more mid control, get someone in connector and get the individual plays flowing. And especially they need to get Shazam involved in the game, because I feel like he has had the AWP maybe once or twice, and all of the times that he's had the AWP, he really hasn't been able to find much, because it feels like compLexity's trying to just force their way into the bomb sites. They're trying to force the triangle through a circle hole.
The last time he had the AWP, he was left in that 1v2.
Yeah.
Which was a very tough situation to be in. So, eUnited really running away with this now. It was 3-3 for a bit. compLexity were making the comeback happen, but eUnited locked down the B site on both the gun rounds, vault up the anti-ecos as quick as you like.
I think compLexity just needs to chill out a bit. Just slow it down, see what happens, break down the round a little bit. It's not really their style, to be honest. Like, even when we were at the major or whatever, we saw them, like, often just going quite quickly most of the time. Seemed to be what's worked for them in the past. This time they're going to go for a bit of mid control, smoke into the window, smoke onto Cat. We've got lots of riflers out mid. Shazam's got the AWP, one coming out underpass. They're going to try and take some connector control. They're all out of smokes though, so it's going to be hard to smoke off the top of connector without a smoke.
You're correct. It's generally hard to smoke anything when you don't have smokes. Today on Logic, featuring Pro League.
Anyway.
And/or Pro League featuring Logic.
It's going to be interesting to see what they do with this. It's obviously got to be either an A split or a B split, considering that you have the middle control. I mean, you could always just make your way around to the other side of the map. Problem is they have... Ooh, okay. Def actually forces one out. Dapper picks Android trying to come up connector. So even the thing that I thought was going to be the adjustment for compLexity has really not worked for them. Because Dapper's just shut Android down, top connector. Relics, ooh, I really thought he was going to get that one. Moose is very low on this big side as well. This split could work out great. But how is Moose so good at Counter-Strike, Tim?
These are the questions. 2 versus 4, 30 seconds left. Moose alone on the bomb site, but still a lot of delaying that can be done. No. The Molotov forces him out. Def gets the kill. Bomb can go down. So a chance now for compLexity.
The flank from Dazzle though, and he's even got a Molotov to drop on Van if necessary. Ace is going to make his way up connector, so definitely flash his Van player out, and that's what I think we're about to see. Dazzle, he's catching the timing. Yeah, he's the only one left. He needs 3 1v1s, and he's not going to be able to find them.
The cleanup will come through for eUnited, so it's a bit of a better round for compLexity, but again, this B-bomb side has just been so strong. The last gun round they went B, Relics gets all 5 kills with the help of Moose. This time, they managed to get Moose in a 1v, was it 4 on the side? Yeah, it was 4, because he got 2, and then it was a 2 versus 3. So they get him in a 4v1, and he grabs 2 frags. Like,
Nothing's working for compLexity. They're just getting shut down everywhere that they go. The crossfires are too strong. They've had a little bit more success on the A-bomb site than the B-bomb site, but they just keep going B. They've had a decent amount of success getting someone in connector, but I mean, Android gets himself picked because they don't leave themselves with enough utility to smoke off connector. That is a pretty poor attempt at a mid-take, if I do say so. Flashbang's very ineffective. Ace didn't even turn, Tim. He wasn't even turned. He was just scoped up the whole time. They threw about 2 or 3 flashbangs and none of them hit him.
He's just like, nah, man. I got this. Def might be able to find this frag if he can get enough space to move up.
He doesn't have a smoke for the top of connector, so it's going to be pretty hard. He's got to watch about 7 different spots at once. Wow. They
actually found a lot of space. They are letting every single player up con.
Yeah, but it's very one-dimensional. Like, Dazzle's on the balcony. That's like the killer spot when you're trying to come up jungle.
Yep, there you go.
There it is.
2 quick ones for Dazzle. Almost gets the rest of them, but Ace now helping out, and Moose is there for the cleanup. compLexity not showing us a whole lot on their T side, unfortunately.
They're getting shut down everywhere that they go. I should have looked at the map to see if Relics had actually pushed up in B apartments, because Moose was quite quick on the flank there, coming back through market to jungle, and he was able to come in for the backstab the second that Dazzle spots him coming up connector. Ace peeks from short, Moose peeks from jungle. I think you had Dapper on the A site who was ready to peek, so like, they're pretty much getting banged from every angle.
Yep, that's the way of it, just getting pretty much destroyed. compLexity are taking attack here, but not sure what they can really be figuring out here. There's always a way back in. There's always a way to counter the opponent's setup, but
I feel like individually they're looking very flat, and they're really trying to follow the game plan and follow the calls of, you know, what their IGL is telling them to do and stuff. But sometimes that's really not going to work too well for you, and maybe you just need to get your players a little bit more comfortable, especially on a map like Mirage, where you need to have a bit more of a snowbally T side.
Yeah, you certainly need a few more rounds than 3. So far, that's all that eUnited have given up. Still changing up their approach into mid as well. Speedio have been very, very strong locking down this site. Dapper just going to go for a wide swing in mid, get away with it unpunished.
Nice.
Unable to get that trade through from compLexity. He was accompanied by a flash, sure, but nothing they could do about it.
Now we're back into a contact A with no utility. And there's 3 people here, because Dapper's running back to CT. Ace is at stairs, but they don't have a smoke to even smoke him off, so he can pick them as they try to cross. Dazzle's coming up in the firebox. And once again, I believe the phrase was banged from every angle. And there's just too many people hard rotating.
Def manages 2, but no more than that. eUnited 11, looking to make it 12. compLexity underwhelming on Mirage so far.
Had a feeling this is how this was going to go here, Tim. And it's another case of compLexity not showing up at all. Just looking very flat game to game.
Certainly seems that way. compLexity, last round of the half. Going to go for a big old push out of aim main. They do run straight in, pretty much dry, and get the entry onto Dazzle. Moose and Dapper both manage 1 each, so Dapper just hard spraying through a smoke, is able to find that frag. Stan, though, pushes into CT and finds 1. That's a good start. Flashbang in as well. Now Relic's getting pushed here. Got to find this kill if he can, but Stan's going to get the better of him. So maybe finally something here for compLexity. Dapper, long spray, but not able to convert the frag. Teammate taps the bomb, but gets caught out, and now Dapper goes for a big old spray. He just jumps straight on the bomb as soon as that kill comes through. Stan's not going to go for it. He wouldn't even have heard this through the spray. We'll get the final frag in the end, but it's 12-3 for eUnited.
Well, the best round that they had was probably that one, the best chance for it, and that was like Stan pretty much taking matters into his own hands and sprinting through CT and just taking fights.
Certainly didn't wind up the way that compLexity would have wanted it, so what do you reckon? Moving into the CT side, are they going to bring this back a little bit, or are we looking ahead to Cache?
eUnited's going to smash him straight into Cache, I feel like. compLexity's just far too flat. If you're not able to get into the game and just at least be able to get the trades on T side and get yourselves in a positions where you can at least sort of 1 for 1 or like, you know, 1 for 2 or whatever and try to get into a post plant, how are you going to be able to hold down your bomb sites?
Yeah, I mean, you make a very good point. It's not a lot really that you can do at that point. So, compLexity, CT side, 3 rounds to work with, 2 kits, 2 smokes.
Yes. I like it.
We're just going to ninja every defuse. It's going to be fine.
Ease.
And eUnited going for a big old B-rush. First player already out, getting out of this bomb site. Ye's found the first frag, but Android overwhelmed. Stanislaw here too. Everyone's actually already on this B bomb site. It's a very fast rotate for compLexity. Stan is through and behind them all somehow.
See?
But he's turned and got both kills. Now Relics 1 versus 2. Very difficult situation. Stan's already chasing, and it's Stanislaw again.
Hey.
The last 2 rounds were both competitive, and they won this one purely because of Stan making plays.
And they had like 5 CTs on that bomb site basically very
That's
quickly, and that was a struggle. Stan had to literally like
run through and get a 3K. Like
zoom
push through
around
everybody.
the bomb site, like shooting people in the side of the head to win them that pistol. It looked like a struggle. Because it was a struggle.
You're right. It was.
Wow.
It was difficult times.
My
But
God.
with that, at least compLexity bought themselves a bit of a way back into this game. I'm not sure how long it's going to last, but they should at least get one more round, as it will be a single save coming out of eUnited, care of that new money bonus.
Yeah, just don't get Glock, lads. That's the main thing. Get your economy
What does
rolling.
they say? Don't get Glocky when you're in front?
Wow, I'm going to use that.
Oh, wow. All right, that was Peter 50. Fair enough. Thought it was a Glock. Was going to be scared. You're welcome, by the way. You can have that.
He didn't even overpeak it that much. It's just like, feels like he's getting shot around corners in that sort of situation, but still probably should have fallen back off connector. Probably not the best. Keep looking for more there.
Probably not, but still.
That's just the Pro League classic though. They just see the rating coming out top mid and they're like, ooh, this looks beautiful. I smell rating.
They see the HLTV rating on the horizon.
It really is. That's what it is.
It's
You
like
see the run boost come
cowboy,
out
and
mid,
just
you
like,
hear the sound of Glocks and you're like...
You start twirling the lasso and you're like, oh boy, gonna catch me some rating today.
And then you're just dead. You haven't even got yourself 1 kill.
Just love the image of like some old cowboy being like, ooh, smells like some rating on the horizon.
It's like one of those terrible YouTube videos where you just see like literally someone screen capped the HLTV logo with the white background still in behind it.
Android should be able to clean up both these frags easily enough. There it is, bomb down.
It's lost another kill. Yeah, not good.
Hopefully Dazzle won't be able to find anything else, but he
Wow.
will get the 1. 1 versus 2, 10 seconds. He's not winning the round, but this is way too much damage taken by compLexity for Glocks and P250s. Way too much damage taken. So compLexity will get another round. Goodness me, Android almost gets too keen. Or was it Def who was in house? Whoever it was almost gets too keen, but not an issue. compLexity grab another, but they drop 3, which means, look at that buy. 1 M4, 1 from us, or 2 from us is even, 2 SMGs. 3 kits, full util. It's actually not too bad. 4 kits even. But coming against 4 AKs and a UMP. eUnited with a pretty good way of, or a pretty good chance of getting back into things early on. Let's see how compLexity choose to approach it. It's in. I'll push down all the way into ladder room. Double push a ramp. I like it. Moose. Ready for it. Will look the right way. There's the first clear, and he can't quite spray down the second despite a lot of damage.
Well, it's nice to see compLexity trying to take some initiative. eUnited doing a lot better of a job than compLexity at working this mid control, as we've seen from them time and time again. This duel in ladder and window is going to be pretty important for the CTs to win, though, because if you give up this middle part of the map, it's going to make it a lot harder for you. Stanislaw does win that duel, and now the Ts are going to have to spend a fair amount of time trying to hunt him down, or otherwise they'll just go and hit a bomb site. Looks like they're going to try and contact him to B and just deal with him later. Android's still got a molly, though.
45 seconds left, plenty of time to deploy it in the 4 versus 3. Still the only one actually on the bomb site though, while Stan chills out towards ladder. Going to spot the first player out at the molly. That's going to cue the rotation, but will it come quickly enough? They go through the molly and get out into the bomb site, but they're jumping into Android. They somehow still manage that trade. Oh my goodness, Relics is insane. That's 2 incredibly quick kills. That gives them the site. They can get this bomb down. The flank through apps is not going to come quickly enough. The player is only just getting into market. Everyone is low. This is a round that should not have even been close for eUnited. They jump through a molly to get out, and now they're ready for it. Relics has the read on to Stan as well. How long will he hold this angle for? The molly's going to force him out, and he does look the right way, but the molly catches him. Stanislaw cleans up the final frag. compLexity just managed to come away with it.
That's good stuff. I feel like Def and Stanislaw are the main two on point right now so far in this game. I like the ability, especially with the weaponry that they had. It really wasn't as good as what the T's had. So they go and they take the initiative. They go take that duel in A ramp, try to take some map control there. Stanislaw doesn't give it up middle easily, and when he gets that kill in ladder, it sort of really limits the plans of what eUnited can do. Pushes them into that B contact. Android drops the molly, and still we end up in a 2-on-2 post plant, but compLexity is able to close it out. So it wasn't pretty, but it was something. It was around.
It happened. They got it. Now they've managed half of a United score. Dazzle takes a lot of damage early on. But either way, mid control is contained by the T's. Def walking into a ramp. How far will he get here before they catch him out? They've spotted him, but he's going to be able to fall out fine. Drops a smoke to buy himself some time, but there's a player coming out of Palace. He's ready for it, though. They're trying to make the play to buy some time. But already it looks like EU are considering the rotation. So too are compLexity. Everyone coming over to the A bomb site. There's a minute left. This is probably a bit rash.
You have to make a play. You're 4-on-5. You've lost control of the entire map.
Well, they had control.
If you sit around, you're gonna die. You sit around, you're gonna lose 9 times out of 10. It's against Stanislaw getting the pick in the mid round, but there's no one left on B, and eUnited have made the read.
We have indeed. 4 players going to go over. 30 seconds to take up some post plants and plant the bomb. Plenty of time to do it. Yeah, he wants to go straight in and get close, but hearing the bomb go down, knows that his window has perhaps passed. Relix does have the lurk to pick up Android, but he'll lose that frag. Now we're 3 versus 3, and Dazzle picks out a little bit too wide as well. Now it's eUnited out to make a play. The bomb timer is ticking, but not fast enough. They're going to have to find the kills. Yeah, he's done another. It's all on to Dapper. Somehow the situation is being turned around by compLexity. Such a hard round for Dapper to win, and Stan's going to take it. It all falls apart for eUnited.
compLexity's starting to make a bit of a run back into things, especially closing out these post-plant situations. I feel like eUnited's doing a pretty decent job of taking the map control, of working middle, and just trying to punish any pushes on the extremities from compLexity. But regardless, compLexity's sometimes still getting the better of them. We saw with that A-ramp push went okay for compLexity. It's a 1-for-1, you know. Later on, they still punish that Palace push, but Stan gets that one and comes in. He's really been the hero for compLexity, hasn't he? He's been all over the map. He's been getting picks on the extremities. He's been coming in and winning those post plants. Bit of a change up here for eUnited. Def's got to be very careful here. Gets his head ripped off.
That knife switch could have undone Def there, but yeah, he sprays away. And they're going to find the one, though, and the contact out A going to work out fine. Here come the smokes to back it up. CT's going to have to go through CT, but eUnited have let this one unsmoked, so most likely they want to go through that way. But again, it's another pick for Stan. He's 14 and 13 at the moment. I'm pretty sure he's one of the only players fragging hard on his team. compLexity are making it work. All starting to step up. Yeah, he's got a few for himself as well. 3 versus 3 once again. eUnited this time. Surely this one is the round where they just chill, stay inside their post-plant positions and try and defend this bomb plant. They're already on the defuse though. Ace finds the first frag. The spray through the smoke not going to do enough. The body block is there. And Ace will come away, or Android even will come away with the defuse. I can't read player names apparently, but compLexity steal away another one. 8 to 12 now. United will be able to keep some of those guns up, most of those guns up, and the compLexity money actually isn't great. Stan, Def, and Yay, the ones getting the frags. Hey, Android's got your favorite gun. It's also MC's favorite gun. There it is.
Negative.
For that. You're not an XM fan?
Negative.
What do you mean? They actually go for a fast B here. This could be a great position for Android to be in.
He's going to die.
Needs to get closer. Oh.
Oh, he's white. Oh, he's burning.
Oh,
he's white again.
He's burning his teammate's molly. All right, well, that's really unfortunate for Android. You hate to see that.
Wouldn't have mattered what weapon he had there, but...
This is true, and this is looking a lot better for eUnited. They change up the pace. They go very quickly.
The depth from eUnited is like so crazy this game.
Depth's on compLexity.
Depth.
I really didn't need you to make that noise. But continue. No. The depth from eUnited.
Yeah. I mean, they've run mid-controls into the bomb sites. They did the A execute. Now they did the B execute. They've done it all. It's all working. It's all got nice smokes behind it and great flashbangs, and the utility usage makes the entry paths for their players who, let's be real, I mean, in the online games at least, these eUnited players are pretty good at getting out there, pulling up their pants and running it out.
They're pretty good at
some headshots.
doing the headshots, yeah.
But, yeah, it's always a little bit more scrupulous when they head into the LAN environment, how confident they are at holding their movement keys and getting the headshots on the bomb-siders. Doesn't always translate.
Really
Exhibit A Chiefs at Extremes Land last night.
All right, ouch. Come on, mate. Play nice. Classic Philly with the simplification there. Just hold your movement keys and click heads. Welcome to Counter-Strike.
It's too easy.
It's too easy.
It's what Kevin keeps telling me.
Why don't you do it?
I put him on my roster and I asked him to coach us. He comes into the server and he goes, just click on them better than they click on you. And then he leaves. Never came back.
Sounds about right. Eco here for compLexity. Obviously had that save gun on Def, but he's the first player to fall, which is not the way you want it. So now eUnited just need to clean up the rest of these players with default pistols and no armor. Should be pretty easy. Dapper with the perfect spam. Catches that Shazam. Android walking into a ramp, trying to make a bit of a play. Dapper making a ton of noise, but hasn't looked at it just yet. Android wants that frag. But now he's been called out. Dapper's going to hit the headshot. eUnited taking 14 rounds. Just 2 more required to take out map 1. compLexity have had a bit of a resurgence, but overall struggling.
Yeah, it's pretty much been the Stanislaw and Def show. Mostly the Stanislaw show so far.
A little bit of yay in there.
Yeah, I mean, Android, who was going absolutely nuts yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, Android was having a really good time yesterday in our games, but another eco
But today
here.
he's having a real rough one is the main thing.
Ooh.
Ooh.
There's one for Def. Now he's got an AK in hand.
It's clotheslined off the balcony. It's usually where you put your clothesline if you're an apartment dweller.
Yep. I can't argue with that. You're not incorrect. But Def at this point, most likely going to tuck himself in a corner here and save the AK. Go for some exits. Not sure United are going to go far enough to give him any. Going to go up on to 15 rounds here. Their money is set. They can lose probably 3 rounds here and still have a buy going. 2 or 3. So they're not going to be under any stress at all. And for compLexity now, it's backs against the wall. They need 7 more to make it just to OT. Pretty rough prospect for them. But this game was 12-3. They brought it back to 15-8. So they've at least got something going on their CT side. But still not a whole lot. eUnited have looked by far the better team on Mirage. Now we move into what is potentially the final round of this game. Gun's going to be thrown around on compLexity. Shazam, 5 and 23, having a bit of a rough time. Does have the AWP in hand, so now would be as good a time as ever for him to step up, but uncharacteristically rough for Shazam, I'll say. He's normally pretty good with the old sniper rifle, just not able to get it done against eUnited, but sometimes it happens. EU going to go straight onto the A bomb side. It's Def this time to step up. There's Shazam getting involved now as well, but gets a little bit too aggressive. B hopping into a ramp. Yay turns away from Con at the wrong moment. That gives Relics opportunity, but Yay somehow turns on that with the M4A1 and hits the dink. Now Dazzle and Moose left, both coming out A, but the remainder of compLexity are all here as well. The Molotov not going to buy enough space, or will it? Actually looks like eUnited will have some room to get onto this bomb site, but with Dazzle also very, very low, they've got to find a couple nice quick frags here. That playthrough Con could have been it, but Yay was too sharp. Now Moose is going to get flashed in and try and find it, but no one actually peeking. Yay's gone over to the M4A4, going to go for the bomb plant, which will not be challenged. compLexity choosing to fight for the retake instead. First point of contact is Android, but stands there for the trade. Now Dazzle, 1v2, 19 HP. That molly, incredibly annoying for him to deal with. He can't run through that if they jump on the bomb here. They haven't though. He's going to get a chance to wait it out. The nade though, too good. Well played from compLexity. They'll keep themselves alive in another round. 15-9 now. All comes down to that fight and connected though. If Yay hadn't won that, this round would have been very different.
Yeah, once again, another post plant closed out by compLexity. seems to be their retakes have been quite decent. Just the middle sort of defense and some of the bomb sites that are letting them down a little bit. And the individual form, obviously. Fairly uncommon to see Shazam and Android have games this rough.
Slow warm-up for the boys, maybe. They do get the last round happening. Shazam looking for a cheeky one through the edge of the smoke, but United changing up their approach again. It's fast A last round. This time, Yay very aware of what Dap has been doing and catches him out through the smoke. Spraying down with an M4A1.
It's one way. I mean, they can't really fight this mid control. It's structured pretty well from eUnited, so if you can get away with a cheeky spam through the smoke, then that's going to make your life a hell of a lot easier than trying to play it straight up.
If you don't need to risk losing a player, then sure, that'll work out just fine. United here looking to go for a split into the A bomb site, 3 through ramp. Shazam's going to find the first, the other will come through connector. But this is looking better now for United. They've still got enough utility to play with to get out into this bomb site. Only one more smoke remaining, but plenty of flashbangs. They do, however, have to get Def off a default, and that molly's for under Palace. He's going to swing out on that. Moose, though, spots it and turns back around. 3v4 now, but Moose tagged low. While Shazam's 2 is tagged. This position from Relic's a huge one. They're actually both running by into CT. He'll be able to tell his teammates that CT is going to be the way that all of the CTs are going, and he's even going to try and make the play here. Relic's is in a gigantic position right now. He's flanking every single player. They have no idea he's coming. Relic's could make this all work. Don't you shoot yet, mate. They're all there. You have to know it. He has to know it. He knows jungle's clear. Relic's has got all of these kills lined up. Gets 2. They turn on him, but it's not enough. It's a 2 versus 2 now. His teammates just need to hold on. There's Moose with 1 more, and now Stan 1 versus 2 for the game. Not going to be able to do it. Dazzle will make it work. Relic's with the play. And eUnited eventually close out Mirage 16-9 over compLexity.
I love the flashes to stop them coming out CT as he slowly
stay
creeps
there
up behind them. Yeah.
You stay there and you wait your turn.
Only 2 though. Disappointing.
That could have been all 4. Maybe he should have had should have asked for 1 more flash just before he peaked, just so he can ruin them all.
Nah, he just needed to, it's just like bowling, you gotta
hit the strike.
Yeah, you gotta set it up. Gotta make sure they're all in line.
They actually were. At the moment he started shooting, they all lined up, but as soon as he started, they spread out. So he had to actually transfer around. But still, a good game from eUnited, a decent comeback from compLexity. They were completely out of things at the start of the first half, going down 12-3. The only rounds they really gathered due to Stan. Same deal with the pistol, but they did have a few more of their players starting to show up later on.
I don't know, it's just one of those classic domestic matchups where, if you look at form, if you look at international results and stuff, compLexity are clearly the better team, but when it comes down to these 2 teams playing each other, eUnited, you can tell they're confident playing these guys, they're comfortable, they're in their zone, and they didn't have a problem dispatching them. It felt like eUnited were just by far the better team, and compLexity were just very, very flat. Very rare to see a performance like that from Android and Shazam, so fingers crossed they'll show up in the next one.
And their side holds were so solid here on CT. They always say they won 12 rounds on the CT side, but that B hold in particular, Moose and Relic's just locked down the B side so hard. It's ridiculous. Like, Relic's gets a 5k on 1 gun round, Moose gets a 2k in a 1v4 situation essentially, and makes it doable for his team in the round afterwards. It's just rock solid, and it takes even Stanislaw making plays like that in the pistol to get them the round win. It did feel a bit inevitable, but Cole showed some decent fight coming back into things. It's this engagement that I want to see. That one, that's crucial. If Relic's wins that round would have been over right there. But
that was all right. Decent 180 adjustment. He's no cold 0 from yesterday, though.
That was insane, like a spinning 1 tap, basically. Yeah, well, either way, decent showing from compLexity, but much better from eUnited, of course. Now we move into Case, which is map number 2. How are you feeling about this one?
It's probably going to be a very, very comfortable map for compLexity. We've seen them be sort of in their map picks for the major and stuff. We saw them play a little bit of Cage, lots of Inferno, obviously a little bit of Nuke and stuff. And I haven't actually seen eUnited play. I haven't seen how eUnited will go on. I've seen a lot of Train from them, a lot of Mirage, a little bit of Inferno. So I don't know. I haven't seen eUnited play Case yet. I'd assume compLexity are going to come back into it. Usually you would expect like a 1-1 split, and I did expect eUnited take the 2-0. I'm going to back that, especially with how flat compLexity are looking. But I'm expecting a closer game than Mirage, even though the scoreline was 69. I feel like that was a little bit misleading. I feel like Stanislaw, yeah, Stanislaw kind of bailed them out of a lot of those post-plant CT rounds, a lot of the mid-round as well.
Certainly did, and to get that 2-0, I think eUnited, it's certainly doable for them, but they'll certainly need to be all that they can be. They can do that with the help of MSI. They make some lovely gear, all sorts of nice things, so be all that you can be. Play the best that you can be. Pilly, do you think you could play any better if we gave you some MSI gear?
I mean, it's exactly like I said yesterday. Tim, it's, you know, inject the motherboard straight into my eyeballs.
Yes, please.
Straight into
Apply
my face.
RAM to face.
Yeah.
Well, not quite.
I thought I mean, you can't really apply RAM into your face, Tim. You have to download it. It's not a physical thing, right?
You've got to download more RAM.
Yep.
Well, speaking of downloading things, we're going to download a quick break. Not a good throw, but either way, we're going to go to a quick break before map 2. See you soon.